Epilogue. In November 1942, a 21-year-old Jewish woman named Helena Wind was sent by her parents into hiding after the Nazis marched into her home village of Turka, Poland, and murdered most of the town's 6,000 Jews, eventually killing her parents, a brother, and grandmother. Helena Wind fled to the city of Lvov, where she and 9 other Jews hid in a sewer for 14 months, living amidst rats and sewer filth in a wet, underground prison, never seeing the sunlight, fed by 3 Polish sewer workers. Helena Wind survived that horror and lived to tell the world of it. In 1980, nearly 40 years later, Helena's only son, David Lee Preston, a tall, thin, handsome dude with a lean face, dark eyes, and glasses, wandered over to my desk at the Wilmington Dell News Journal, holding a story I had written about boxer Muhammad Ali. He was a reporter at the paper like I was, but we had never met. "This is an excellent piece," he said. "Thanks," I said. "You spelled Muhammad wrong. It's with an A at the end, not an E. The copy desk missed it." "The copy desk is supposed to catch those kinds of errors before they make the paper." "Okay," I shrugged. No sweat off my back. "I heard you're a sax player," he said. "You ever heard of Albert Ayler?" Albert Ayler was an amazing avant-garde saxophonist, known only to the most die-hard jazz enthusiasts. Rumor has it he disappeared into Manhattan's East River wearing cement shoes. I was completely surprised. "How'd you hear of him?" I asked. He shrugged and smiled. "From that day to this, Helena Wind's son has been one of my best friends. I didn't know David Preston was a Jew when I first met him. He didn't wear it on his sleeve. He was a compassionate, curious, humorous intellectual, a great writer, and his religious background never came up, nor did it seem important to me at the time. Only when I revealed to him that my mother was the daughter of an Orthodox Jewish rabbi did his Jewish background emerge, because he understood the true depth of Mommy's experience immediately. 'What a woman,' he said. This from a guy who was raised by an amazing woman himself. As his life moved forward, today he is writing a book about his mother and working as the South Jersey columnist for the Philadelphia Inquirer. So did mine. I asked him to be in my wedding when I married my African-American wife, Stephanie, in 1991. He asked me to do the same when he married his Jewish wife, Rondé, the following year. He also wanted Mommy to come to his wedding. I agreed to ask her for him, though privately I had my doubts." "Interesting," that was her response when I put it to her. "He really wants you to come," I said. I knew she liked David immensely. "I'll come if Kathy comes with me," she said. Ma likes her daughters to come with her for anything emotional. Her son she likes to brag about and say what great things they've done, and what schools they've gone to, and on and on. But in truth, it's the women of the McBride-Jordan clan who hold the family together and will do so after she is gone. Like Mommy, my sisters have learned to absorb punishment and get up off the ground after the shock of life's blows wears off. The men, yours truly included, wallow about as life's details mow us down and lay us out on Mommy's couch to watch bowl games when the family gathers at Christmas and Thanksgiving, no matter how lousy the games are. Kathy agreed to come to the wedding with her 9-year-old daughter Maya, and we were on. It was held at Temple Beth Shalom in Wilmington, where Helena Wind Preston had taught for 3 decades. I was an usher in the wedding, and as I marched down the aisle wearing a black tuxedo and a white yarmulke behind 6 Jewish musicians who played the traditional Israeli folk song Erev Shoshanim, I felt somber, moved, and proud. David Preston married his wife with the kind of gusto and enthusiasm and seriousness with which he attacks everything in life. They signed a contract. They were married under a huppah, a wedding canopy. 2 cantors, one of whom was David's sister, Sherry Preston, stepped forward and sang. David's uncle, Helena Wind's brother, Rabbi Leon Wind, presided over the ceremony and spoke eloquently with reverence and power. "My heart is filled with deep and conflicting emotions today," the 78-year-old rabbi said. "I am overjoyed that your marriage has come, yet my heart aches because my sister, for whom this would have been the supreme moment of her life, did not live to see it." David's mother, Helena Wind Preston, died after open-heart surgery in December 1982 at the age of 61. The rabbi's heartfelt words moved the entire congregation, and my thoughts traveled to my own Jewish mother, who was sitting in the 4th row. I turned to peek as Mommy wiped her reddening nose with a handkerchief, a camera strapped around her wrist. At moments like this, she usually likes to shoot pictures. She catches all of her important moments with a camera, waddling down Brooklyn's Atlantic Avenue from the A train to Long Island College Hospital to take pictures of my daughter Azura's first days of life, standing my toddler son Jordan up against a tree in her yard so she can snap a quick picture of him in his Easter outfit. Her photos are horrible. Heads cut off, pictures of nothing, a table, a hand, a chair. Still, she shoots pictures of any event that's important to her, knowing that each memory is too important to lose, having lost so many before. However, she is snapping no pictures now. She's staring straight ahead, wearing a white dress with a necklace this rainy afternoon, her long nose and dark eyes seeming to blend in perfectly with the mostly Eastern European faces surrounding her. She had no problems walking into the synagogue. She looked about the lobby and nodded her approval. "Oh yes, this is the memorial wall where they put the names of the ones who died," she pointed out. "Oh yes, the men will leave the room if a woman cantor performs." She talked as if she was visiting a museum. "How do you feel being here?" I asked. "I feel fine," she said.
I'm happy to see David getting married. He's a nice Jewish boy. She laughed at the irony of it. I realized then that whoever had said Kaddish for Mommy, the Jewish prayer of mourning, the declaration of death, the ritual that absolves them of responsibility for the child's fate, had done the right thing, because Mommy was truly gone from their world. In her mind, she was a guest here. I don't have this left in me anymore, she remarked at one point. Downstairs at the reception following the ceremony, Mommy perked up even more as the klezmer musicians played traditional Jewish folk songs. She ate kosher hummus, tahini, and baba ganoush, and explained the importance of kosher food to my niece Maya. She laughed and joked with a group of Jewish ladies who sat next to us, and even got up to watch me help other men place David Preston in a chair, lift him up, and carry him around the room in the traditional Jewish men's wedding dance. But not long after, she came back to our table and announced it's time to go, in a tone and manner that said she really was ready to leave. When we opened the synagogue door, it was raining outside and we had no umbrellas. Kathy and Maya made a quick dash for the car, running ahead while Mommy and I followed. That's how it's done, Ma said as I helped her down the synagogue stairs, her arthritic knees aching in the damp weather. That's how the old Jews did it in my day too. You marry under that thing, the huppah, you break the glass. You know that could have been me, she said as she took the last stair and her foot landed shakily on the sidewalk. I know, I said, releasing her arm and walking toward the car. And where would that have left me? But suddenly I was talking to myself. She was gone. I stopped and turned to look behind me. She was standing in front of the synagogue entrance, staring up at the doorway from the sidewalk, lost in thought, the rain billowing into puddles around her. She stood there for a moment in the downpour staring thoughtfully, before turning and hurrying toward the car, her bow-legged waddle just as it always was.